Joong Ki, who once enchanted audiences in Vincenzo, now finds the public's favor waning. Perhaps you're curious about the reasons behind this shift. There are several factors, with the most prominent being his tumultuous divorce from Song Hye Kyo, compounded by the public's perception shift following Song Hye Kyo's recent success in The Glory. While divorce doesn't usually result in cancellation, Joong Ki's image suffered due to his team's mishandling of the situation. Many are familiar with the Song Hye Kyo and Joong Ki pairing from Descendants of the Sun. Their on-screen chemistry was so captivating that it was hard to believe they weren't an item off-screen. Naturally, this led to a flurry of dating rumors. Initially, their management vehemently refuted the dating rumors. However, their stance took a surprising turn on July 5, 2017. To everyone's astonishment, both Joong Ki and Song Hye Kyo's agencies issued a joint statement, divulging their impending marriage. This revelation came merely 2 months after the same agencies had dismissed any romantic involvement between the two. Their splendid wedding, attended by a constellation of celebrities, unfolded in October 2017, creating an impression that all was harmonious in the newlyweds world. Regrettably, outward appearances can be deceptive. Joes collectively dropped when it became known that Joong Ki had initiated divorce proceedings a mere 20 months after their nuptials. This sudden announcement left even those who hadn't closely followed their relationship bewildered. During this period, people had already started siding with Joong Ki due to his perplexing choice. Merely a month before their divorce, he had publicly lauded his ex-wife. This admiration was vocalized shortly after he concluded his promotional commitments for Arthro Chronicles. At these events, Joong Ki openly shared how Hye Kyo had been an unwavering pillar of support for his endeavors, even describing her in endearing terms and referring to her as his personal source of encouragement. Given these expressions, the news of their separation landed like an unexpected blow. Puzzlement and intense curiosity gripped the public, prompting a search for answers about the specifics of their parting. As time progressed, a steady stream of details regarding their divorce emerged into the public sphere. Ironically, on the very day Joong Ki disclosed the divorce, his message expressed hope for an amicable resolution to the process. Yet reality proved far from that optimistic sentiment. As it unfolded, Joong Ki's divorce filing was executed without prior notice to Song Hye Kyo, a highly questionable approach. According to reports, a source with proximity to Joong Ki shared with the media that Song Hye Kyo learned of the divorce application through public channels, just like everyone else. What deeply eroded public trust in Joong Ki was the revelation that this decision was primarily aimed at silencing Song Hye Kyo. According to the cited source, the motive behind this move was to preempt any potential dissemination of falsehoods about their marital life by Song Hye Kyo. This revelation indicated a significant level of mistrust between them, strongly suggesting that their parting was far from amicable. Curiosity among fans persisted, seeking insight into the reasons behind the couple's decision to part ways. In Korean culture, it's commonly observed that the person initiating the divorce application is often the one who endured some form of mistreatment within the marriage. In essence, Joong Ki's public declaration positioned him as the aggrieved party in this narrative. Coincidentally, this marked the onset of a wave of criticism directed at Song Hye Kyo, a phenomenon that many now view with skepticism in hindsight, given the intensity of the divorce news coverage. Song Hye Kyo became the target of substantial backlash, with Joong Ki's team actively framing her as the antagonist, a portrayal that her fans vehemently disagreed with and found unacceptable. Following the emergence of divorce reports, online users contended that Song Hye Kyo had committed some grave transgression that led to Joong Ki's decision. In retrospect, the treatment she received from the public was profoundly inhumane. Reports suggest that she experienced a weight loss of approximately 5 kilograms starting from 2019. Indicating that she too was enduring the tumultuous aftermath of their relationship, underscoring that Joong Ki wasn't the sole individual navigating a difficult period. A growing number of individuals began to harbor genuine aversion toward Joong Ki for his treatment of Hye Kyo. A prevalent argument was that his manner of announcing the divorce exhibited a severe lack of consideration. Moreover, suspicions arose suggesting that Joong Ki might have been driven by a desire to tarnish Song Hye Kyo's professional reputation, potentially aiming to gain an upper hand in the division of their assets. During that period, accusations also arose, alleging that he had been unfaithful to Hye Kyo with her own makeup artist, further tarnishing his image. It's evident that Joong Ki's approach to the divorce evoked strong disapproval among many. However, Public discontent intensified when he revealed his involvement with foreign actress Katie Louise Saunders in December 2022. Merely a month later, Joong Ki sent shockwaves through the online community by disclosing his marriage to Saunders through a heartfelt letter shared on his fan cafe. He articulated, "I have made a commitment to Katie Louise Saunders, who has been a steadfast pillar of support and shared moments with me, to spend the remainder of our lives together." Allegedly, their marriage was officially registered on the very day they made their public announcement. The situation escalated further when Joong Ki unveiled that they were already anticipating a child together. The speed at which events unfolded left the public in stunned disbelief. Observers online couldn't help but point out the striking resemblance between Joong Ki's current behavior and his approach to marrying Song Hye Kyo. Their relationship's rapid progression became evident, and netizens started discerning a pattern as Joong Ki articulated his affection for his new spouse during an interview. Certain viewers couldn't suppress their skepticism and labeled him as insincere. One individual remarked, "He used similar words with Song Hye Kyo, look at how that turned out." Another chimed in, "My perception of Song Joong Ki has significantly shifted." Joong Ki's actions during the divorce proceedings with Song Hye Kyo were deemed unacceptable, leaving a lasting impression of their messy separation. Evidently, more and more individuals began distancing themselves from Joong Ki after his union with Katie Louise. However, the animosity directed at him intensified following the resounding success of Song Hye Kyo's drama, The Glory. Her remarkable acting skills garnered her a multitude of admirers who delved into her past, ultimately casting Joong Ki as the antagonist in her narrative. The drama's immense triumph underscored that her significance didn't hinge on a man, crafting her ultimate tale of empowerment. Presently, it's quite evident that Joong Ki's newfound relationship evoked disapproval from many quarters. However, the shockwaves reverberated even more when he made remarks following the birth of his child. For those unacquainted, Joong Ki welcomed a baby boy on June 15 this year, commemorating the event by sharing a snapshot of the infant's tiny hand on his fan cafe. In a heartfelt letter to his fans, he conveyed, "Currently in Italy, I finally met our baby in my wife's hometown of Rome. Both mother and son are in good health." During his wife's pregnancy, he engaged in an interview with the YouTube channel Alien Mandarin, shedding light on his experiences as a newlywed. Concurrently, his film Hopeless had recently debuted at the Cannes Film Festival, seemingly marking considerable achievements on both the personal and professional fronts. However, his remarks during this interview sparked outrage among both his international and Korean fan bases. To be precise, his statement was, "Being a father, having a baby, and maintaining a marriage with a woman in this industry often feels like I'm increasingly jeopardizing my career." His statement quickly gained viral traction, but unfortunately, for all the wrong reasons. Undoubtedly, his words struck a discordant note with numerous individuals, leading to extensive criticism of his perspective. It's plausible that he may not have intended it in that manner, considering his non-native English use. Yet netizens argued that such a comment was profoundly ill-advised. This sentiment was rooted in the glaring double standards within the entertainment industry, where female actresses often face severe repercussions for minor issues, while male actors, despite actual criminal offenses, continue to receive opportunities. Joong Ki faced a barrage of censure for his apparent lack of consideration and understanding. The pointed observation was that, following childbirth, it's actually female actresses who encounter significant challenges both physically and professionally. Many pointed out the stark contrast, noting that most married male actors with children continue their careers unimpeded, whereas female counterparts frequently find themselves compelled to step away from the limelight to prioritize their maternal roles. Although there remain numerous fans who genuinely celebrate Joong Ki's newfound marital bliss, a prevailing majority find it challenging to overlook his apparent disregard for these prevailing double standards. This factor becomes all the more pronounced when considering his marriage to a foreigner, a matter often viewed with a hint of disdain in Korean society. Yet, it remains undeniable that men typically encounter less severe repercussions than women. This pattern persisted when Joong Ki unveiled his relationship with Katie Louise, yielding predominantly positive headlines. However, reversing the roles, if a female celebrity were to make a similar announcement, she would undoubtedly face an onslaught of criticism and inappropriate remarks. Netizens pointed out that if Song Hye Kyo were to introduce a foreign partner, the public would seize the opportunity to unleash disparaging comments. Others highlighted the unfairness in how she's often been labeled as infatuated with men over the years, while the men she was associated with received acclaim for their new relationships. The fundamental reality is that, in Korea, divergent standards persist for men and women, a fact that Joong Ki's situation undeniably underscored.